Shameless.
United in the Europa League. Europa League. Me tell them one time and me say Europa League.
What's going on, people? Welcome to United View and welcome to the preview for Manchester United versus Sheriff tomorrow night at Old Trafford. As you can see, the players are out. We know that Cristiano Ronaldo is back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is back, Donny van der Beek is back in the squad as well, as too is Harry Maguire. So we'll wait to see about team news in terms of who's going to start the game. Obviously, Erik ten Hag's not going to tell us that. And he's had his say on how important this fixture is. And who's going to be playing in it as well. If you just look at the Europa League, it's been a weird one for us because the home games where you're expecting us to kind of show up and do what we need to do, we haven't been that emphatic, and we've managed to just kind of scrape by in the last one with the final goal in the last minute with Scott McTominay against Ammonia. And the game before that, obviously, we lost against Sociedad. So it's so important that we deal with Sheriff and deal with Sheriff properly. With managerless, I think, Ammonia going to Real Sociedad, you expect Sociedad to win. So we need to take care of business here. We can't afford to drop any points against these. And if we can score some more goals, great, because it does actually go to a head-to-head with Sociedad as well. It doesn't go on just the goal difference. It goes on what the result was between the two teams. So we need to probably beat them by 2 or more goals as well. But we can't think that far ahead unless we take care of Sheriff. And you can say on paper, yes, we should be doing that. But as we've seen, that's been such a difficult thing for us to do at home. Unlucky against Real Sociedad, didn't deserve to lose the game, but felt like we were never going to score, but was unlucky with the penalty. And then we saw what happened against Ammonia, 30 shots at one stage, with 10, 15 shots on target, and it was right at the end where Scott McTominay won the game for us. So you can't take these games as a given. Sheriff's manager is not in his post anymore. He's quit just before they've travelled to Old Trafford, so they're there for the taking, but we've got to go and be professional. Who will Erik ten Hag start? It's going to be interesting because what we have seen is that Erik ten Hag in the Europa League has not made wholesale changes. We're not there yet. We're a work in progress. We are working our magic. We're trying to learn under the manager. We're trying to improve under this manager. But what we aren't is the complete finished article where we can make 10 changes and the team's going to play in exactly the same way. We saw it against Sociedad and we lost. We saw it in the legs in Sheriff and Ammonia, where it was very, very strong. And then the return leg against Ammonia again, very, very strong. And I think this is no different because we're getting to that crunch end of the group where we cannot leave any stone unturned. Okay, there's a game in a couple of days against West Ham, which obviously is going to be a difficult game, but Erik ten Hag's been taking it in his stride and playing strong teams every single game. I don't think it's a game where you go, oh, it's Sheriff at home, let's see Garnacho or let's see Zidane Iqbal and let's see some of the youngsters. I know sometimes we've been calling for that, but it's just something Erik ten Hag has not done because he wants to take care of business and build that continuity. Interesting at centre-back. That's why I wanted to kind of ask you guys to put in the comments as well. Interesting at centre-back because with Harry Maguire just coming back into fitness and Rafael Varane being injured, is it going to be Victor Lindelof who's going to come into the side, or is it going to be Harry Maguire? Is Erik ten Hag having one eye on the Premier League side in terms of saying he wants Lindelof to be there, or Lindelof is up to speed because he's played a couple of games with Martinez already? Are we going to see that? I don't know. Does he start Maguire in the Europa League game and then bring Victor Lindelof in for the game against West Ham on the weekend? It's actually fascinating. I mean, me personally, I think Victor Lindelof is more ready to play, and if he plays well here against Sheriff tomorrow night and then goes on to the weekend, I think he should play again. But I don't know what Erik ten Hag's going to do. It'll be interesting to see what he does there. And in midfield as well, Scott McTominay has got the winner for us against Ammonia in the last game. Christian Eriksen was in the presser. It's not always a given that the player in the presser definitely starts, but there's a high percentage rate of that happening. So is he going to start alongside Scott McTominay? Will Casemiro come in that double pivot as well? Bruno in the 10, Donny van der Beek's back, can he get some minutes? So there are extra options for Ten Hag, but again, I just don't see him changing from what he's been doing. Another thing, Anthony Elanga came on against Chelsea and was bright after Jadon Sancho was taken off fairly early in the second half. He's struggling for a little bit of confidence. Does he use the fact that Elanga came on and was bright, does he use that as a chance to get Jadon Sancho going? Does he use that as a chance to keep that message going of fighting for your place within the squad? I think he should. I think he should start Elanga. give him a chance. I think he was bright coming off the bench against Chelsea, and just kind of freshen up that front line. Ronaldo, surely going to start. I don't know. Is he on the bench against Sharif at home? Does he go with the fluidity of Marcus Rashford and Anthony again, with one of Rashford or Elanga? It remains to be seen, and I think I got a feeling Ronaldo will start. Anthony, does he need a rest as well? There's so many questions here. I just feel that Erik ten Hag will not be looking to make big changes. He wants that continuity. He needs us to be growing in confidence and with that first team as well. And like I said, we can't afford to be slipping up. It'd be so nice to just score early tomorrow night. I think that's going to be the key, because the longer it goes at 0-0, the longer you give teams like Sharif and Ammonia, and even Real Sociedad to a certain extent, time in the game to get to grips with what's going on, to have something to hold on to, the harder the game becomes for us, and then we end up with a nail-biting finish. You kind of just want us to just rock up, score early in the first half, and start putting that game to bed, and then maybe we can get a goal fest, or get some players off the bench and get rotating. But the business has got to be done first. Lisandro Martinez as well, he's just been ever present. He never gets a rest, and I don't think tomorrow night's going to be any different. I can see him over there in the rondo. I can't see him not starting the game. He's just been ever present, and he's probably I think he's the only centre back who offers what he offers. I think if Rafael Varane's out, there's a little bit of likeness in terms of Victor Lindelof's game. You look at Harry Maguire, offers some of the similar stuff to everyone else, but Martinez, nobody that we have at centre back can kind of do what he does. And he said it to myself and to you guys in the press conference about how passionate he does every game, how passionate he is, what he brings to the team, and how he wants to connect with the fans. He's just absolutely fantastic since he's come into Manchester United. So I don't see him not starting the game as well. Luke Shaw, Malacia, can Malacia get another chance now to kick-start his form at the moment? Obviously getting taken off in consecutive games against Ammonia away and Manchester City away. Luke Shaw came in and has been really solid. Does he go with Luke Shaw again? I think he probably does. Again, I don't think Erik ten Hag wants to take much risk. I think the only changes we'll see Ronaldo start. I think we'll see Rashford on the left. I don't think he'll not start him. And I think we'll see Bruno, Eriksen, Casemiro in midfield. And I'm going to assume it's going to be Lindelof and Martinez, but we'll have to wait and see till tomorrow. Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what your predicted starting lineup is for the game tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.